Hi, hello, assalamu alaikum to all of you. My name is Muhammad Muzammil and today I am going to tell you about the IELTS speaking module. In this IELTS speaking module, majority of students fail to achieve good bands. There are several reasons for this. Students do not take it seriously and they listen from their friends, colleagues, and from their cousins that you can prepare this module within 2 or 3 days, and when they gave the IELTS test, the examiner was smiling, and it was a good atmosphere in the IELTS speaking module examination, and they enjoyed this atmosphere, and that's why they uh, do not take it seriously. Another reason is that their teachers always say to them, memorize the uncommon or some fancy words for achieving the good bands, and students start memorizing different words without knowing the actual usage of these words. Due to this, they use it inappropriately, and in reciprocal to this, they achieve lower bands uh, and do not achieve the good bands. Another reason is that their teachers do not tell them the strategies which are vital for achieving the higher bands. Without knowing uh, different strategies in speaking, you cannot achieve good bands. Due to this, they achieve low bands. Now, today I am going to reveal some tips and techniques which will be beneficial for all of the students, and you will enjoy this class. So let's begin. In this speaking module, first of all, in part 1, the examiner asks you about your liking, disliking, and the general question and the questions related to your family, your hometown. So for this, you should understand the questions, what the examiner is asking you. Without understanding the questions, you cannot give the correct answers. For instance, some questions demand yes or no answer at the start of answer. You should give the yes no answer at the start of uh, your answers, which in which the questions where it is required. Let's see where it is required. Whenever or wherever anyone asks you, do you, question starts with do you, is, do you, is, have. Apart from this, if the question starts with did, does, have, has, had, is, are, am, then your answer should start with word yes or no. If you do not give the answer in yes or no in these questions, then you will not get good bands, because the examiner is asking you about your opinion. What do you like, or is it popular? Have you understand this, like this? So if anyone asks any question like this, have you understand this? So your answer should be yes and no. Otherwise your answer will not be considered correct. So in in this question your answer should start yes and or no. So do you like sweets or chocolate? So I'll give answer of this question yes, like this. You should say yes like this, yes, or you can say no, like this. Don't say yeah or nah or anything else. Intonation is also in the bands also enhance when your intonation varies, like this. So when you say yes, you are fulfilling the um, criteria of intonation, so you will definitely get good bands. So let's see what next. After giving the answer in yes or no in these questions, you should paraphrase the question. If you do not know the synonyms of different words, you can use these words, and you can use these words for over 7 bands. You, you can achieve 7.5 or 7 bands using the same words of the question. So how I can answer this question? Do you like sweets or chocolate? Yes, I like chocolate, because it's a cheap commodity, or you can say a wide variety of flavors are available in the market. No, listen, I said yes, I like chocolate. After that I used because. Try to use because in your answer, whether the question starts with do, does, what's, your. In every IELTS question there is why or why not at the end of the question, whether it is written over here or not, or whether the examiner asks you why or why not at the end of a question. You should presume the question ends up with why and why not? For giving the answer of this part of the question, you should use because the examiner is asking you about the reason. So my answer becomes yes, I like chocolate because it comes under different brand names. So I said because it comes under different brand names, or I can say it's a cheap commodity. I can buy the chocolates, or I can say that different kinds of flavors are available in the market. So that's why, so I gave the answer of this part of the question. Okay, no, at the end you should use the word that's why. That's why I like chocolate. No, you should use this word. That's why I like chocolate. That's how your answer will become logical, and you fulfill the requirement of cohesive and coherent answer, and this will increase your band scores. And you should use this word in every question. You should use because and that's why in every question, whether it starts with do, what's, how, when, is, why. Okay, but don't give answer in yes or no at the start of the answer when the question starts with what, when, why, how. The question starts with WH family or how, then you give the answer normally, like I give the answer of this question. What's your favorite flavor? My favorite flavor is strawberry because I just love the taste of strawberry. That's why I like strawberry flavor of chocolates. So I gave, that's why I used because, and after that I gave the reason, and after that I used that's why I like, or this is my favorite flavor. That's how you should tackle the questions in speaking module. First of all, you find some difficulties in giving the answers like this or in understanding the questions, but after some time, after doing 1 or 2 day practice, you will have heavy command on tackling these questions. No, what's next? Forget about usage of difficult words. Don't take it seriously. If you don't know high vocabulary words, you can still achieve 7 or over 7 bands by using this technique which I have shared with you. No. The next thing is that give short answer. Give short answer. Don't give answers in 5 or 6 lines. Some teachers say to their students, give the answer of this question, and after that start a story. When students start a story, it is not required in part 1. Your answer should be short. Don't give the answer yes or no and after that nothing you say. You should say in your answer, you should say one or two line in your answers. So after that your answer must be related to the topic. Your whole answer, don't just give the first part of your answer related to the topic and after that go off topic. That technique declines the band scores. The examiner, if examiner asks you about chocolate, so your answer should be related to the chocolate. Do you like sweets or chocolate? Then you must say yes, you like sweets or chocolates, or you don't like sweets or chocolate. You can't say I don't like spray. Your answer should be related to the topic from the start to the end. From the first word of your answer till the last word of your answer should be related to the question. And don't start saying my father also like it, and my father and my mother bought the chocolates for me. No, this is not required, because the examiner hasn't asked you about your father or anything else. Examiner just asks you about yourself. So you about you, so your answer should be related to yourself. If the examiner asks you about your friend or colleague or your father or your brother, then you should give the answer of your father or brother, whether they like it or not. But when the examiner asks you about yourself, then your answer should be about you. No. The next thing is that answer must be in the same tense in which the examiner asks the question. No, when you give the answer in the same tense, you will also give the answers correctly, and you will also do less errors in your tenses, and you start using the tenses correctly. So let's see. Now we see. Okay, in this question, examiner is asking you, do you like sweets or chocolate? You can't say I just loved the chocolates. You can't say in past, or you can't say I love the chocolate. Examiner is asking you about yourself. No, whether you know like it or not. Okay, so no, I give the answer of this question. When was the first time you ate chocolate? I can't say I eat chocolate 10 years ago. It's a wrong answer. I can't say I'll eat the chocolate after 10 years. The question is in past, so your answer should be in past. That's how you use the tenses correctly. I give the answer of this question. It was about 10 years ago when I ate the chocolate, because my cousin or my friend insisted me to eat a chocolate or take a bite of a chocolate. That's why I ate it. Or you can say it was about 10 years ago when I ate chocolate, because my father bought the chocolate for myself, and that's why I ate it on his request. So next thing, is chocolate popular in your country? Yes or no? Chocolate is not popular in my country. No, see, I use these words in my answer. Chocolate popular in, I used my instead of your, because the examiner asks me about myself, so I used my. Yes, chocolate is popular in my country because different companies are offering the different flavors, or you can say the chocolate is a cheap commodity and everyone can afford the chocolate. That's why it is popular in my country. Hope you understand these techniques which I have shared with you. You should use these techniques whenever you give the answers of any questions and next time, and you should practice like this for achieving the 7 or our 7 bands. Okay, if you like this video, do give up the thumbs up, also subscribe my channel, and also hit the bell icon. I'll share some more techniques related to part 2 and part 3 in my coming up videos, and I'll also share some tips related to writing task 1, writing task 2, listening module, and you will be amazed when I share the techniques of reading module. You haven't even imagined these techniques, which I'll share after a couple of days. So if you want to take classes from me, you can call or WhatsApp me at this number. So thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.